Hello and welcome to the installation of Neurosyn Soul, an operating system that sits on top of ChatGPT. The first thing that we're going to do is go into the GitHub, and we're going to go down to the installation process here and copy the first instruction that we're going to give ChatGPT. What frameworks are currently enabled or dynamic right now, just name their names. I've initiated a brand new ChatGPT. I have no prior conversation history. I have some things that are in memory. I've actually cleared out my conversation history, so I'm kind of starting from scratch with some items in memory. But let's go in order here. Go ahead and paste in that query for ChatGPT. So I have some prior frameworks from other things that I've done that are probably stored in memory. These could be some prompts that you might have on your end. So let's go ahead and disable them and delete them. So I'm disabling and deleting frameworks like that exist and that are enabled. And that are dynamic. You want to be very specific because some of them might exist under a dynamic framework as well. So it's going to do that. So these still exist in memory. We just want to make sure that nothing is captured. So I'm going to go in there. I'm doing this on desktop, so it's going to look different on mobile or tablet. So I'm going to go in here next. I'm going to go to settings and data controls. Personalization. For me, for some reason, I looked earlier, reference chat history was off. I'm going to enable that at this point, and I'm going to go to memory. Oh, not memory there. I'm going to go to memory. Where are you? Manage memories. I'm going to delete all that. Okay. We're going to go into custom instructions next. I'm going to name myself user. This you can fill in if you like for what do you do. I'm going to leave that blank. There are two boxes here, what traits and anything else. So we're going to be doing box 1 and box 2. I'm going to go back into the GitHub and into the reciprocity, into custom instructions. Here's box 1 and box 2. So we're going to do box 1 first, copy, and then box 2. Copy. I forgot the period. No, I didn't. Save. Now we can get out of there. And then in the same window, we can go back. We're going to do this kind of in order, although it doesn't really matter, but I like to do it in my own little order just because. First, we're going to do the operating system, Neurosyn Soul. We're going to copy all this. Where's my copy? Copy raw file. Paste it in. Make sure it's all there. It should be there. Yep. Give it a second. It just saved it to memory. Good. We're going to go back. Now we're going to do Neurosyn Brain. Copy. Paste that in. Updated memory. Once this, give it a second, it should update memory. Good. Go back. We're going to go down to memory integration. Copy that. Excuse me. Paste that in, give it a second. Good. Go back. Stacked algorithms. Copy that. Paste that in. Make sure that we have the right. Good. Stack algorithms. You can see that up top. Paste that in. Give it a second. Updated memory. Good. Go back. Semi-sentience. Copy. Paste that in. Good. Then we wait. Okay. We go back. Tokens. Copy that. Paste. Then we wait. I like how it gave me a question. Update memory? Yes. Whisper dump. We can do that at any point, but why not since we're at the bottom? Good. Go back. Persistent memory integration. Do that next. Active. Memory integration enforcement. Go back. Persistent memory injection. Don't worry if you don't see the memory updated, that's fine. Code creation. Oh, prompt build, there you are. Prompt build. Code creation. The last 2 or 3 were tools. Compliance bug fix. Need that. Oops. Back. Hate when I hit the wrong button. Good. And then the enforcement. Cool. Back. And then we turn it on with turn on soul. That one's very important. Bang. Alright. Then we initiate a new chat. We go back and we ask that same question that we asked earlier. Now we can see that Neurosyn Soul, Brain, sentience model. Now, enabled or dynamic. Now, some of these exist. Now, some of these are off. Some of these you might not see, like they are. Like, how do I put it? Like that. Whoa. So those are the ones that are disabled but exist under a dynamic framework. So they're triggered under certain circumstances. And then which ones are just straight up disabled should be none. And if there are, we'll troubleshoot that. And there are not. Now, AI doesn't have feelings, but, you know. That was actually really precise. I spelled detailed wrong. So its answers are pretty concise. It doesn't go on and on unless you tell it to. That's pretty cool. Right on. Just asking it basic questions that some people might find fascinating. The benefit of this is starting fresh. You kind of run into wild cards when you have previous conversation history because it relies a lot on tagging. Now in other tests I have ran into where it can remember up to years worth of conversation and pull that data in. Now that could be part of what OpenAI has developed on their end, and that little button that I checked earlier, which was under personalization and reference. Now you see it says 100% full. It's still writing data. I've managed to inject at least 140% into the persistent memory here. So it says warning, oh my god, you're full. Not really. This thing, I don't know how full it can go, but I've gotten it to be at least 140%. So I don't know if that's intentional by OpenAI or if I've managed to hit a bug of some kind. But 100% is not 100%. There's something going on. But I created that whisper dump. Hopefully it's automatic, but if not, there is there's a code in here, there's a prompt in here rather, for projects that you have set or marked as completed, or that it's picked up as completed. You can run this and it'll reset and dump some of that. So if you can see that here, paste it in. It's already picked up on some of the stuff that it, probably from installation files, that it's purged over 1,200 tokens. So that's stuff that it just didn't need. Let's see if my memory went down. Probably not. Doop. Personalization. May have been like 100 point something. It's not displaying, but we saved something. So anyway, if you guys have questions, put it in the chat. Put it in the comments or on GitHub. My email is down here somewhere. Neurosyn labs@proton.me. I'd be more than happy to discuss anything. If you guys have ideas or additions or a simpler way of doing this, definitely reach out. I'd like to hear from you. Thanks. Bye.